Hey everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
Yo. This is the G Zone. Welcome to the Vanguard Circle. We are
Heart to Heart with the G Zone.
Heart to Heart. Heart to Heart is a great band from the 80s.
Yeah? Nobody here was alive then.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
You old ass man.
This is the old ass man, Diesel. Sitting next to me, I got Kohealth and Ursus. And
the young ass man.
And then Kitty, the young ass man, as we like to call him.
Yep.
And then the angry young man, which is over there. And then this thing, which just like shows up and tries to stab people for taking water, and just like.
In other countries, you get stabbed for taking water.
That's not.
Kick people's
I don't.
Feet on
I don't know
table.
if that's true or not.
It's cultural appropriation.
Either way,
I mean,
it's
a
terrible.
real question.
You're
What
doing it
country
all
are we even in?
Okay. Welcome to the G Zone. We are going to go over first. I think we're going to go over some of the new Rummy Labyrinth spoilers, right?
Yeah, let's do spoilers.
Yeah, there's still some of those left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's make sure we're gonna.
Let's get
we're
some
gonna
more.
take it straight to the end.
Let's be disappointed some more.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
It's all downhill from here.
Oh man.
Alright, so first off, we're going to go with some old spoilers. Let's go with the G Guardian for Grand Blue Diabolus of Tombs Negro mode.
This card's pretty swoot.
Negro mode.
Yeah.
It's not the guys.
Yeah, also our new G Guardians are rare, so that's a new thing.
Yeah, they're rares. They're actually really good rares.
It's
Yeah.
easier for people to get.
Yeah.
Players in our locals, they don't have them.
That's true.
Yeah,
they don't-
Except
they
in
don't
order
want-
to build the deck, they're still gonna need G Rare Strides.
They don't
Yeah.
want plot maker like we're they're all $15 and everyone's like ooh.
Right.
Nah.
Can we get that pot maker reprint?
All right. So
Alright.
talk to me. Talk to me. What
Alright,
does it do?
so G Guardian stuffs. Auto, Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if the number of cards in your drop zone is 5 or more, you may pay the cost. If you do, until end of that battle, this unit gets shield plus 5,000.
Oh, that's
Then-
20K shield.
Yeah. Then if there are 10 or more, this unit gets shield plus 5,000. And then
That's
if
45K
there are
shield.
15 or more, this unit gets shield plus 5,000.
That's officially better than plot maker.
You did
That's-
it.
This is a $20 card.
That's
Yeah.
Very...
Except it's a rare. I was gonna get the 20.
Soul Blast 130K
I mean-
shield, 41K base.
I mean, okay. So wait, you have to
If
have.
you use Mick, you get
So
You have to have
51K.
15 or more cards in Soul
get
to get the
15K
max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Well, not in Soul, in drop.
Yeah, and drop. Sorry, 15 and drop. So I mean, like, it sounds decent. I think it's at least going to be 20k shield every time you use it, right?
yeah,
And with Grand Blue's mill engines, you could definitely see
Yeah, you'll
15.
get-
This is not
could get
garbage with
you
guarding.
could get the
and
max
rare
out, but
guard
take half your deck at that point.
I'm pretty sure it's a one-up. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's go.
That's cool.
Let's go.
I like blocking giant numbers because it actually means that we're blocking, legitimate numbers that happen in this game now. So
You hear that,
It
Asha?
is.
Yeah.
It is.
yeah,
relevant.
Asha, it's coming for you.
It's relevant that it's Soul Blast and not Counter Blast. I mean,
Yeah.
Soul is actually strained harder than Counter Blast and Night Rose. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's just been this era as a whole.
yeah, they've been shifting the resource management, which is very nice of them.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Instead of Counter Blast 2, they're like Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1.
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh, I can
Ugh.
probably make that happen.
This thing over here
Let's
just
see.
sounded
I
like
don't know.
I'll check the numbers, but ooh.
I have two
Yeah.
This month is tight.
counterchargers. Alright,
Good
so...
card.
Good.
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Next, we have officially, Dragoot skill. Pirate King of Redemption, Dragoot.
Oh yeah, remember that card that we speculated
Yeah,
on?
the Grand
How
Blue
wrong
GR.
were we?
Alright, we're kind of off.
Yeah, okay, let's see what it
Just
is.
announced.
So, once per turn, GB2, Counterblast 2, and choose a card from your hand, discard it. Choose a card from your drop zone up to the same number of rear guards you have. Call them in separate rear guard circle. For each unit call that has the hollow ability, your opponent chooses one of his rear guards and retires it. If your opponent has no rear guards, draw a card.
So
Banner.
This is very
So-
Ogma-like.
yeah,
Very Ogma-like. It doesn't have the auto bonus of attacking the hand, but it's essentially pretty free.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Counter Blast 2, wipe their field.
yeah.
Draw a card.
Watch me, watch me go. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a one-up. You run it.
Definitely.
It's good. It's solid.
But
Put it
how
that
will
way.
I make room for Night Seal?
Yeah. It has the opposite effect of Ugma, whereas you want them to have no field so you can attack their hand, where this one you want them to have a field so you can destroy it. You can just ruin it.
Right.
And
So not great
Super
against
good.
the new Pale Moon support.
Right, but
uh,
Movement destroys the Pale Moon.
right. Did
Wait.
I do it? Did I segue
But
right?
let's be real. Is anyone really
Well,
playing Pale Moon out of this
If
set?
we were going right into the
I am.
episode discussion, that would be a great segue.
Yeah.
But this segue crashed.
Okay.
We're not going there yet.
That's all right. Like most segues, or is that the hoverboards? Hoverboards crashing.
Hoverboards literally explode.
Okay. There we go.
They take out legs.
All right.
Alright.
No, it seems.
Dragoon's great.
I like
It
it.
seems great. Yeah.
It's a one-off. Don't run more than
Definitely
one,
one-off.
probably.
Yeah.
Depending on how greedy you are. Again, it's pretty free.
This guy. We'll run to.
Always run greed.
Yeah.
Always.
Always go greed.
Alright.
You gotta go
After
for
your
the,
4 night seals, you can see how many you can fill in.
You gotta go for the
Man,
disrespect. It's just.
I don't know about 4. Maybe definitely 3.
Oh,
Four.
God.
Force pushing it.
4 pushing it.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know.
It's like an engine, because you discard 2 cards to fill your drop zone, man. God, I just threw up a little.
Oh, yeah. All right, move on to the next card.
We have
What do we got?
access. It's the true
Oh,
combo.
no,
Works
just
with
gotta
the
stop. We're
G-Guard.
done. We're done. Just move on.
Alright. Alright, next we have the new G Guardian from Pale Moon.
This card's also pretty great.
Yeah. Jester, Demonic Dragon, Wandering Dragon. Yeah, another giant demon dragon.
Before you read what that card does to me, though, Kitty, would you like to share with the group who you're texting to? And
Woo, because
What's
I
going
figured you said last
Shoot.
week you guys had Speculation Dragoons. And you said, how long with me? I was like, well, why don't we have Vu put in, right before we read it, your speculation.
oh, put how
Oh, yeah.
what
You
we
can
put
just
up
say that.
our speculation and then put
He
it.
has to watch this.
Put it up.
Yeah,
He
you
has to, like,
actually
watch
yeah,
this,
but
like, 8
you see, I wanted to
times.
say it before we read it, but he started reading it,
No,
and
it's
I didn't
great.
want to mention
That's
it
great.
because
No,
then
it's
it would
fine.
just be weird.
It's all right.
No, it's fine. It's cool.
No, it's not
Like,
weird at all.
he has to watch this,
was
like,
a
8
totally
times.
this was a totally unawkward conversation that
Yeah.
we just had. So
Yeah.
it's a on.
New
Yeah.
segment. How wrong were we?
How
Yeah.
wrong were we?
Oh, we can go over that after all the Pale Moon just destroys the meta,
Oh
right?
man.
Yep.
Can't wait.
I love it.
New Harry is broken.
Oh no.
They're $55
Oh,
a piece.
no.
Oh. Okay. Jester,
New
Demonic
G-Guard.
Dragon, Wandering Dragon. Alright.
Wandering
G-Guard.
Dragon.
G-Guard stuff. Also a rare. Yee. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, Soul Charge 1, choose a card from your soul and call it to Guardian Circle. Really
So-
basic, but really good.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't cost you anything, and it's probably a 25 pen.
Also works with perfect cards if you have one that doesn't need to be called from hand.
In my opinion, this is on par with Potmaker.
Yeah.
All those
Oh, so I'm
perfects
trying to
and
think. What's that?
heals that you just
We
shove in there by accident.
Currently have 2 G Guardian. What's the? It's not Funival. What's the other one?
What?
The other Pale Moon G Guardian.
Module?
we hit.
Armada? Whatever
So-
you want to use. That was
Yeah.
called?
I don't know. I think I'd run this over that.
Nah, I wouldn't run this over Module.
So
This is this is good, but I feel like because of one, it doesn't have Magia, so it doesn't Like,
you're right.
synergize with
They both
Mephisto.
have Magia,
Thanks,
so.
Mephisto. Secondly,
Wait, why would G Guardians be Magia?
because
Mephisto's
Mephisto
the-
gains power for every Magia ability you
Yeah.
have.
for every 2 Magia things you have in
Yeah.
G-Zone, he calls something and gives it 5K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He does
So having a
extra
G-Guard
stuff.
that actually has it is really helpful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why you play Magia. And
Yeah.
2,
So,
yeah.
I can see that.
you know, though, this is almost the most useful dragon in Pale Moon.
Behind Master Dragon.
Behind Masher. Always
Swear to
Masher.
Just death awaits
The
both of you. Put you both in the same trash can and kick you down the shit. All right.
Silverthorn were good at one point.
They were great. They were great. Oh, man.
They're only better.
Yeah, they were like the counter to
That-
Avengers, man.
That was the dragon I remember being useful. The 12K dragon from Silverthorn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now there's a lion.
Yeah,
And
no.
that's annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We're done with dragons.
Make
I
dragons
like
great again.
this.
Yeah.
Please don't. I want more dudes. Like, not specifically dudes. Just homies.
Just
Dudes,
any.
send your stuff to Ursus.
My body is ready.
If you'd like to send the G Zone your dudes to Ursus, please go to the address marked below. Put it up.
Put it up.
It's Commonwealth.net.
Please do not throw things into the
Commonwealth cards.
stage
Not that,
during
that's it.
performance.
Commonwealth.
Well, between the two of us, we'll figure it out.
.net.
Please don't. I'm scared.
Anyway,
Alright.
that G Guard's pretty good.
Yeah, it's,
It's solid.
Alright.
I feel bad. I feel like all we're saying is, yeah, it's good.
These are pretty basic
But
cards.
they are.
Yeah,
They're basic,
they're-
and it's good to have.
There's not
like,
much depth.
It's
Like I
it,
said,
it's good to
disappointment.
have some basic good cards,
Yeah.
though, especially
They're not flashy.
in a game where people have problems reading their cards, which is what we're going to talk about a little bit.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, write that down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foundation cards.
People can't read.
All right.
Not paid enough to read.
Alright, so next we're going to another rare in the set. Crudelis Dragon Master Janet. It's a rare stride for Pale Moon. So yeah.
Oh, Janet.
Oh,
What do you
man.
do?
Counterblast 1, choose one of your rear guards and put it into your soul. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, if you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your soul, call it to Rear Guard Circle, and it gets power plus 2,000 until end of turn. If the unit called by this effect has the Magia ability, you may soul charge 1.
Okay.
That was much less basic.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty basic.
But there was a lot of words.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot of words. give me the
Not
short
Blade
hand.
Master.
Give me the shorthand.
Alright, you Strider, you put something in soul, you call something out. If it has Magia, it gets 2k. And then you soul it.
You soul charge 1.
So it's a trap
So,
piece of
wait.
stride.
It's not a hard plus. It's just a swap.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Swap.
Swap soul charge 1.
It's more help for new Perry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not bad.
If it's the new Harry,
It's not
like,
bad.
of Sunset,
It's
the new
pretty
Perry.
much to go with.
Is there something that
No.
this just straight up replaces currently?
that's what I was thinking.
Personally, for me, Millward, because I hate her.
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't run Millward.
Oh, yeah.
I
I don't know
would
what
not
she
know
does.
what I would take out for this.
I
Yeah.
run Millward as a placeholder because I don't
But-
want to run 4 Lunatic.
Yeah. I ran Millward, too, and I think that
Yeah,
I would give this
for
up.
Yeah.
attack, so.
This sounds like it replaces the job of a current stride. And if it does, great, run it. If it doesn't, then
Yeah.
Maybe
You don't.
Yeah.
make a trick. Maybe.
Nah,
I just
Prana's
don't. I just don't run. I just don't get to use her enough. I usually go Mephisto and then.
I don't know. I have
them.
Yeah.
I have issues with striding Mephisto first. That seems
Oh,
kind of
man.
wasty to me.
Yeah. I usually end up throwing out a Lunatic burst, which always makes me feel
Like
a little
that's
gross.
that's helpful, but like
it's helpful, but
throwing out Mephisto
Yeah.
first doesn't do it. At least with Prana, if you're missing a key card in Soul, you can just shove it in from your hand.
right.
Yeah.
Why were you here earlier?
I wish you were better. Oh man.
So yeah, this is kind of
Only
it's
issue I
helpful.
have with this card is that like Pale Moon hard counters any control deck like Kagero, Link Joker.
I mean,
This
yeah.
card requires you to have something on the field though.
Yeah,
when
but
you first play it.
this allows you to have more options for starters instead of just saying, "Hey, you have to run Cat Knight." It says,
Right.
"Hey, you can have your starter," and
Yeah.
then just shove it in Soul.
Yeah, if you want to play that new bad starter, then you can play it without
If you want to play suboptimal
no
starters
fear cavalier.
bad.
to make
by
Janet work.
proxy.
I mean, I guess
Cat's too good.
Let's not talk too much about it before we talk about the show, because there's a lot to talk about there.
Alright. So let's see. Let's go to this. Seven Seas Elite Knight Jasper. Yeah.
This card.
Jasper the friendly ghost.
Jasper.
Yeah.
Scary.
Alright.
Back
so.
in the blue.
Auto rear guard circle. Put 2 cards from the top of your deck into your drop zone. When this unit attacks with Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do until end of turn, this unit gets auto rear guard circle. When this unit attack hits, if you have a Vanguard with 7 Cs in its name, counter charge 1, soul charge 1. I love this card.
That means-
Mostly because Night Runner got hit, so pure 7 Cs decks can't mill.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
this card is your mill.
It's got an engine, yeah.
It's mill. I guess the
It's a mill engine. The plus is good. Ish. If it hits, you bonus.
it's not GB1, right?
No.
Oh
No,
my god.
no.
Yeah,
And
that,
it's
no,
Vanguard
it'd be
rear
that.
guard? Is it Vanguard rear guard?
Yeah. No, it's rear
No,
guard.
just
Rear
rear
guard.
guard only.
Rear guard specific.
That's
That's the
That's
face.
fine. That
That's
leaves
the
it as
face
the
of the
face.
band. Put it up.
I mean,
even when
back
he's
in the
not
day,
making the
Trip
face
was
of it.
great because it worked on Vanguard. So
Yep.
like usually if they're gonna take something, it's usually the Vanguard hit. So you got like a free counterblast.
Yep.
Sure.
This one, it's like, fuck, I can just not let that
This
hit.
is their ruin shade.
Right. Right.
I mean, yeah, this card still probably sees play.
Oh, you.
If it depends on how, I just don't know enough about 7 Seas and how they shape,
Mhm.
especially after the set. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to that old standby of if there's room, you play it.
How about an even
Competitive
older?
7 Cs.
How about
No, you don't.
an even older Vanguard platitude, which is it forces them to guard?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
Forces them
I used to
guard.
hate hearing that every single.
That's the dies the Doomblade.
That was dies the
Vanguard.
Oh god. Yeah, but you know, like I mean,
They got a
it
guard.
It
Oh.
does, I guess, but like I like on hit effects.
I mean, they can only not guard it like 6 times.
Yeah, I mean
6 isn't a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
a powerful effect if it works.
Yeah.
It's really only for the mill person.
It has a fail rate that's high enough.
The way
but you still probably run it because of mills.
Yeah, the way I see it, mill engine already makes it playable. Extra effect is extra effect.
But Knight Rider was nuts. Like they need.
Like 7Cs actually does not have any mill cards.
They need Knight Rider back.
Yeah.
It just can't be a starter. Come on, Bush.
I was going through all the cards. And it's
We're sorry, okay?
Okay, we're sorry that we called you ineffectual and stupid.
We didn't mean to run 4.
I'm
and
sure
not play
your hair
great
is
2s or 3s.
lovely. I'm sure. And
wow, we weren't expecting you guys to not expect us to do this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Come on, R&D.
All right.
You were asking for it.
Oh gosh.
Where are they?
Never again.
So
they printed the cards, okay?
Next we're gonna do some monthly Bushiroad spoilers.
Oh,
along
sweet.
with these Rummy Labyrinth spoilers. Yay.
So, whale.
No, we're going to the pale one.
Okay, so the whale.
You gotta build up the hype. You gotta build up the hype. Alright.
Slow it down, Segway.
Alright, so grade 3 for Pale Moon. Rearguard Circle GB1 when this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets power plus 4,000 until end of that battle. Second skill, Magia. Counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle from your soul, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your soul, call it to Rearguard Circle in the same column as this unit, and at the end of the turn, put it back in your soul.
Okay. So
yeah, also a 10k. So
yeah, that's what made this card unplayable.
Yep.
I was like, there's something about this card that just left a bad taste in my. It's 10k. That's right.
It was really okay until then.
Yep.
You don't play it over Master Dragon.
Yeah, it's just not gonna work.
What?
Yeah.
What?
There's
Why
not
are you
enough
playing
room
Master
for
Dairy? It's too strong.
It's too strong.
They restricted Master for a reason.
Master Dragon. 2 exclamation points. Put it up. God.
2 exclamation points.
Oh God.
Anyway, yeah.
Thanks, Overthorn. You're the best.
This thing holds no light to the next card.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Which is nuts.
Okay, so a promo that we're actually gonna play.
And
everybody.
by nuts, I mean this card's just.
If we
hilarious.
actually
Fanfare.
get it. Thanks,
Fanfare.
Bushiroad. I'm still
Thanks.
mad about you for Tomba.
Yeah, I mean, we were really mad at you about Alter Dragon, but we got Alter Dragon, so
Yeah.
we're less mad about that.
Yeah.
And Usius.
And there better be a promo version.
Yeah,
of
we need
Masher.
Lucius.
And Sever Temper.
Yeah.
And all
the
rest of
set
those
10 promos.
Except the Neo Nectar one, you can keep that one.
Yeah, that one's just.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Alright, so.
How about Somerset Luck and Logic? I mean, while I'm asking for shit.
Yeah.
I know. Can't we play Japanese cards now?
Yeah. So.
I want to read it naturally.
Whatever.
So.
I don't want to have to use all my Japanese skill to read.
How many E's are on the card?
Lady.
Oh God. Never mind. I changed my mind. No Somerset.
Take it back.
Fine.
Alright.
Disregard.
Okay.
All right. What
Second
is this?
promo is for Grand Blue.
swimsuit ladies.
Grand Blue. What does it do? What does it do? What's it called?
Ocean Depths Zombie Whale.
Zombie whale.
Zombie
Ocean Depths whale.
We
Zombie
got
whale.
zombie sharks, now we got zombie whales.
Just to clarify this for you guys, I love whales, and zombie whales are probably the most disheartening creatures to ever exist on the planet, and yet I still want 4 copies of this for no reason other
It's
than the
great.
fact that it's a zombie whale.
So, Ocean Depth Zombie Whale. Alright, a hollow. So yeah, auto rearguard circle GB1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if this unit is hollowed, it gets power plus 1,000 for each 2 cards in your drop zone until end of that battle. That's good. And then continuous Vanguard circle or rearguard circle. This unit gets power minus 3,000 if you have less than 5 cards in your drop zone. Why is that still okay? Because it's a 12k base.
12k base.
All right.
12k base.
12k base.
This just slides right into Ghosties.
Yeah.
Yeah, you run this right next to whatever the hell her name is, Dimitri or whatever.
Yeah.
Bye, Gas Dragon.
Obed. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Zombie whale.
You go, you just hold on it late game, and then hope they can't hit 17, and when they
So-
can't, you just laugh.
Is this gonna be a Silver Rest issue though, where
Nope,
it's like
this is going nowhere.
Nope, there's no dates on this card. It's
Well,
Just here.
Silver S wasn't supposed to go anywhere. That's just what they decided to do because they were like, "Oh, this card's too good."
Nah, this card's perfectly fine.
Okay.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
All right, then zombie whales, guys, get them.
If we,
Zombie whale.
if we actually get it.
Yeah, we need it. We need to
Yeah.
get it first.
Do you plan on
Yeah.
making bank on these whales?
I mean, sure.
I'm gonna remind everybody that we still have 2 break rides that we have not got.
Is it more than 2?
At least 2.
Yeah, like there's the
Like Fighters
Eradicator
Collection
one,
ones. Those are just
the gold one,
and the Fighters Collection one.
yeah.
But we got metas.
Yeah.
We got metas. We got one of them.
Meta
Yeah,
showed up. Okay, well,
So
I mean,
there's a chance that we don't get this whale, and when we don't, we riot. Remember that.
It was
coming.
wheelbarrows.
Whale riot 2017.
put it up.
Put it up.
Anyway,
Alright,
What are
last
they doing? Are they
one.
fighting for whales' rights? No.
Last one is another
Hashtag free
speculation from
zombies.
the anime. New Pale Moon GR.
Pale Moon GR.
Anime speculations. Parallel Mega Trick Fairfield.
It's got to be just as good as Dragoon, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We're back
Alright.
to top secret cards.
Alright, so my Vanguard Circle once per turn. Generation Break 3. Counterblast 2 and choose a card from your soul and drop zone and put them on the bottom of your deck in any order. Choose a card from your soul, call it to Rearguard Circle. It gets 10,000 power and critical +1 until end of that turn, and at the end of that turn, put that unit into your soul.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is when
God,
you call
God.
it Dark Side Princess or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was
24K,
like,
double
it
kick,
gets a
dark side.
crit?
Yo!
See, I thought this card already existed. I was like, what the fuck? But this is the GR that's coming out soon.
This is a cool one.
Yo.
So you know, I like this card a
It is-
lot.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the idea of calling the Dark Side Princess with 10,000 extra power. I love the idea of being able to run stand triggers in the deck. I love it.
The only downside to her calling Dark Side Princess is that there's not a functional reprint with Magia for Dark Side
Magia,
Princess.
right.
Actually, no. I was missing a card. I am missing a card, actually. I have to go
We'll go
find
back to it later.
We'll come back.
Alright.
But
You're ruining our segue. We were going to go
yeah.
right into the anime discussion after this.
It's okay. I still love this card anyway.
we still are
I'll
going
get to it.
We'll deal with the other card later. But yeah, no, like I think this card is super functional. I think that all Pale Moon decks are gonna run
One.
a little bit of it.
I might run too.
Like, you know,
That's
I mean, it does require it has Magia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't require Magia for the thing that you pull out. so-
Currently, no.
as far as
call
it's
it
shown,
Dark Side, right?
Actually, yeah, she called it
Dark
Dark
all
Side.
Side.
Dark Side, so
I
it
mean,
should
that
be
doesn't
fine.
work because, like,
Yeah.
as far as the character booster, not character booster, the
Yeah.
Mirakumo stuff, he flipped it. They lied to us. It
Sure.
doesn't
Oh,
matter.
Yeah. So, you know, it is
They
what it
cheated
is.
us on Goma.
But we're gonna do our best. I'm getting messages.
from whom?
From Ash.
Oh.
He likes to interrupt our show. with-
Yeah, even though he knows we're filming it.
So he's in the other room right now.
We're actually looking right at him.
He's not happy.
Actually, I'm just
Oh, no.
staring at the ramen thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Continue. I'm going to make sure it's not going to die on us.
yeah. Actually, let's go ahead. We'll just pause this real quick, and we'll be right back.
Okay, I did it.
And we're back.
Hello.
So we were gonna go right into the show, but you know what? We already halted momentum. Let's talk about that last card.
Alright. So, last card. Face Magician Lapin. New reveal from today, actually.
Lappin'.
Lapin. Alright,
Lapin
so, Magia. Rearguard Circle once per turn. Generation Break 2. Counterblast 1 if you have a Vanguard with Harry in its card name. Choose a Grade 1 card from your soul. Call it to Rearguard Circle. And at the end of that turn, put that called unit into your soul. Auto Rearguard Circle when this unit attacks. If you have a Vanguard with Harry in its card name. Soul Charge 1 until end of that battle. This unit gets power plus 2,000. And then if the Soul Charge card has the Magia ability, this unit gets power plus 3,000. So potentially it's another Dark Side.
So it might get 5, and
It
then
can get
also
5.
if you're doing it with Harry's ability, it gets another.
You can
5.
call something else. So,
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
Sounds like we're running 8 Dark Side Princes.
No, yeah.
Yep.
Now what we talked about earlier, Kitty was talking about how he feels like this replaces
Good.
Pegasus.
Dreaming Pegasus.
Pegasus!
I'd play Dreaming Pegasus at 1
At 1.
anyway.
I'd still throw 1 in probably.
Honestly, yeah. This what else? Oh crap! No, this is bad. I don't want to take out Jacqueline. No.
Yeah,
No.
right.
No,
Therein lies the problem. You
I
can't-
would take out Jacqueline just because it needs it's because because it doesn't put things back into the soul.
Yeah, works with Janet. Though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So my thing with Jacqueline is I always found myself not using her effectively.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I'd replace it, but
that was most of my regionals, just swing Dark Side Princess,
course it
swing
was.
Jacqueline, call out Dark Side Princess,
What?
and swing 4
yeah,
times
see,
with
yeah,
giant
that-
Mephisto columns.
That's the combo, though.
Yeah,
That's the combo.
Yeah.
True combo.
With
see you do true combos and I do wombo combos and they don't mix.
That's fair.
They don't mix well. Like I took
Wombo combo?
when I built my version of the deck, I took his deck and I first copied it as exact as I could. And then I was just like, yeah, and then I was just like, I don't like these cards, and I just took them out and put in other things, and made it a little more like, I don't know, cheesy, and like
Jeez.
it worked well for
Jeez.
me, and then everybody else who held it was just like, what is this?
How does
This is a pile of Magi mess.
What
Yeah,
you put in?
this is coming from the guy who's during
your
like
deck.
the 2 months.
Deck profiles up on
okay,
Magic
that
Goddess.
works.
Yeah,
This
so
is
if
the
you're
guy
watching this channel,
That
But this is
didn't want
coming
to play
from the
Morgan
guy
Rock.
during the whole extreme fight, like
Yeah.
the 2 months we had extreme fight.
yeah, I
He
didn't want to
mixed
play
the
more.
Genesis and
you know what?
Shadow
I'm
Witches
still not sure I
together.
do.
And just ruin everybody's
Maybe
day.
not now.
But,
Back in
I
the day,
mean, there's a
Morgan Rock
reason
was
that doesn't
Yeah.
work in Japan.
Yeah.
Japan.
All right, so
Yeah.
is that cards?
That was the last one.
That was cards?
All right, that was cards, and you know what that means.
Oh,
We
no.
get to talk about. Nope, we're talking about new arts first. New
Yeah.
arts for
Oh, yeah,
Harry
new arts,
and
yeah.
Harry Night Road.
Night Rose.
Put it up.
So put them up.
Put him up!
I haven't actually seen
I'm
them
sorry,
yet.
guys. You just don't have the touch. It's got to be me. It's got to be me.
He doesn't like you.
This is a relationship between Ash and I. I know that you guys are jealous, but just hold on to it.
Okay.
Just,
If we put Ash in the
Story.
center of a room and we call his name, he's going to run to us before he runs to you.
no.
Oh.
Well, he'll run
Oh, no.
to you first, but that's because you're his boyfriend. But I
Yep.
don't have time for that.
You just don't want to touch his ankles.
I just, oh
I think you
man,
guys
God!
forget- I think you guys are forgetting one thing.
Oh.
All I gotta say is, I got money.
And we'll be back. All right, so,
You might edit that out just out of pure
that
disgust.
that new art though. What do we think?
As long as it's hollow, as long as it has a triple R foiling, it's going to be great.
I don't know, man. I have hot stamps and hopefully eventually SP Aries. I don't want to replace those.
But she's the Pirate King.
No, not Night Rose. Harry.
No, I don't give a fuck about Harry.
Yeah.
You
I
three
do.
are-
Night Rose is
Night
fine.
Yeah.
He's my man.
Okay.
Night Rose looks great.
I don't
mean,
like Harry.
Like,
He's too
what?
short.
He's a kid.
Yeah,
He's like a leprechaun.
he's
a
a
kid.
child.
Even worse.
He's like
Uh,
12.
Anyway,
No, because I actually.
I like both new arts.
Seen them.
they're
They're
both
both good.
they're both good. I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of the old Night Rose art. Like, I'm just kind of.
But she's a king and now she has a throne.
Yeah, no, I saw
Is it really a throne? It's just kind of a.
It's a big red chair. It's basically a throne.
big.
I guess.
It's a big seat. That's close
It's a
enough,
big
I guess.
seat.
But like, yeah, I don't know.
Ash, put up a throne that reinforces my argument.
Yeah, quick, quick. Make sure you put up the card and then put her on the Game of Thrones throne, the
Yes.
Iron Throne.
That works.
And now she's the Pirate King.
Mm.
Okay,
Look at
so Luffy's doing great.
Maybe
And,
the Ghosty King.
the Ghosty King, and
the Pumpkin King.
oh god, this is
Night Rose
terrible.
knows he's a-
We're gonna get.
Any last thoughts you want to add, Kitty? He's looking at the art right now. It's he didn't come prepared.
Huh?
He didn't
Huh?
do his homework.
Oh, I like
Huh?
It's pretty great.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
see,
it's
look at that chair.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's a lazy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty amazing. Okay, so again, on Night Rose,
Oops.
the art is pretty fantastic.
Plus, the Tommy brothers just having a day.
And the Tommy brothers, oh man,
Look at how fucking happy he is up top.
they're so good. They're
They,
so
They
good.
really, really like that chair.
All right.
This is a great chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
As for Harry, I'm partial, so I'm just gonna say it probably looks amazing.
Yeah. It
That's
looks
the
good.
dope.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so now we're
Now.
going to talk about the show.
Ciao.
Rest my.
Oh, good. Here we go. Another day of forced Cardfight Vanguard watching.
I know.
So actually, no, I had a great time.
He wouldn't let us eat.
So I'm starting to learn about what's been going on in the show while I was gone. There is no current bad guy, and they are just holding a tournament like they used to hold back in the day.
What are you talking about? That guy's pretty menacing.
But no, they haven't really introduced him yet.
I don't know who you're talking
They're
about.
introducing him next episode,
Yeah.
officially.
Yeah, officially.
Hasn't he
gets
beat like
introduced
4
next.
people?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he hasn't done anything.
But he's not there. Yeah.
He beat Chrono. He's
Yeah,
got
he
a
beat
lot
all
of
of Tri-Fit.
I didn't see that though. Okay, so he looks. I mean, the show was
Like Blanche.
presumably as funny as shit as it could possibly be. We spent a majority of the time going, what the fuck with Luna's hair? Or, Luna's hair.
Yeah.
And also, Shadow Paladin players can't smile. And
Unless they're winning.
That's why you got this. This is what you got. So, Shadow...
That grimace.
So, we're watching this guy get hit on hard by Luna. And... Oh, not Grimace. Oh, man. Put him up.
Alright, next time coming in a hamburger.
So Luna... God, jeez.
I'm here to take your hamburgers, Peter.
So, Luna is hitting on Shadow Paladin guy pretty hard, and he's just sort of like, oh, no, I can't think about anything but winning. Once I win, I'll think about other things. And then he won, and then he thought about other things. She gave him the token to the threesome, the keychain that is Luna and
little invitation.
You're invited. Come rail us.
Oh, God. Stand up. Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
Luna on stand-up series.
Technical difficulties. Anyway.
Gotta get lost in that Rummy Labyrinth.
Oh, man, no.
See, now Diesel's never going to Vanguard again.
So, after, though...
They're like, what, 16 now?
I hope not.
Oh, no.
God.
Under 20.
We know they're under 20, so probably.
Anyway. But no, like, it was a decent show. The fight was pretty good once it got started, you know.
Yeah, still pretty fucking
Took till grade 3, of course.
Yeah.
We got to see just how useless all the new Pale Moon support is, because even though a couple of those cards are really good, just like, why are you not running Cat and Boots? Like,
It also helps if your deck's not bad.
yeah, I mean, there's that thing.
Brassy money, folks.
Magitech Chainsaw, all good. And then simultaneously on the other side of the world, or wherever the fuck they are, Chrono loses to Nagisa.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nagisa's playing
Wow.
Blau.
Good. Yep.
5 crits to the mouth.
Yeah, and she 5 crits him to the mouth, and he's sad, and
I mean, he only got hit
like
with 3 of them, but...
he looks like super defeated in comparison to normal. Like,
That's because he's been sacking for 4 seasons.
I know he's got that Aichi touch, that golden touch of crits, but he was just like, are you like shitting me right now? How did you beat me? And she's just like, oh, I was expected to beat you. Like Kamui told me that what's his name, Ibuki wanted me to beat you, so that's what I did. And then it's like, wait, what? Ibuki who? What happened?
What?
And then he tries to confront Kamui, and Kamui's like, shit.
Knows.
Look at the time.
Let me go back to this tournament.
They called my name.
Bye. And so like
Blow up gears.
that was mysterious, and Ibuki is being extra mysterious as usual.
Yep.
As per usual.
It's because he's not playing with the leaders anymore.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna find out soon
because he
what
is.
is actually going on.
Yep.
But like one of the things that is disappointing to me is that I just gotten used to the idea that there was no main bad guy, and that this was a fun tournament, and then they're revealing at the end of the episode that it looks like there is going to be a main bad guy, and this is going to be more than just a tournament.
Nubatama hype?
And yeah, Nubatama, get hype. It is the most disgusting looking art that I've seen on Vanguard in a long time.
What?
It was not. What'd you say? You said adorable, terrifying. No, I'm sorry. The Messiah dragon.
Oh yeah, it's
newborn
adorably
fetus
disgusting.
thing. Yeah, it was really
Neon Messiah
really
is
gross.
disgusting.
The bear didn't look that great to me either, but the card will probably look amazing.
We already have that card. But
as
good news.
It's an already existing card.
Well,
Yeah.
I told you.
If they
It's
give
the
it
bear.
It's the bear.
Okay, are we not going to see a
The bear
reprint
of
or
Nubatama.
or some other thing like
I'd
that?
be cool
I'd be
if
pretty
it's-
happy.
it's
Like
actually
they
Yeah,
usually
that card's
new
pretty
stride.
decent.
It's gonna be a new
it's
stride.
a
I'm like,
little
God.
bear.
On play, buying something from the field,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That, that's off after every
and then you just make them get rid of it?
No, you keep
No.
it there. there, so you
Then
can
you
actually
keep it there so you can bounce all your things.
Then you
The-
get rid of it.
Yeah.
This show had far too many protagonists in it whose eye colors and hair colors were terribly matched. So I did not feel any pull toward the winners
Colonel
there.
has red hair and green eyes.
Yeah, and those are supposed to be compliments, and yet he just looks dumb. He just looks stupid and
Use
dumb
ice cream
and
for hair.
stupid.
They're
And I miss
trying to pull a
Aichi.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
It's not
So
working.
anyway, Luna was very idol-esque. She did a great job. I wish she had sung a song about the power of friendship during the episode. Maybe next time. But sure, if you're paying attention, take notes.
She'll sing it for the basement.
Yep.
Maybe we'll eventually get like a little Rummy Labyrinth across Delta episode. What?
Oh man,
Vanguard.
that'd be crazy. Vanguard. All we can tell you is it's not a lie. That's all we know.
So many kazoos.
So many kazoos. Put it in?
No.
Put it in.
He won't.
Don't do it.
He won't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I love that
No.
song.
yeah. Anything else about the show that we want to mention? Chrono sucks. I hate him. And
Well, actually, I thought it was. I don't know. I haven't watched him forever. I thought it was kind of cool how both Kazuma and Chrono actually sat down and was like, "There's a very low chance that Kazuma's dead." Case it was very low chance she gets a crit. I'm just gonna take this.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
It feels a lot more
Yeah,
analytical.
and they were just like, "Okay," and he was rewarded.
Like
Yeah.
And Chrono's like, "She just hit 3 triggers. What are the chances she hits more triggers? I gotta take this." Fuck.
Right.
like they even went back and like what they show like Kazuma actually like going like while he was building his deck, he actually went online and like looked up combos for his deck and like looked up cards. And,
like okay, so I feel like Kazuma is sort of the average.
Kazuma does.
Yeah, he's sort of the average competitive player.
Kazuma does.
Like, he really wants to... Yes, I made that joke during the show, and you are making it at me now. Yes, I got it.
wasn't here during the show.
Kazuma does.
Thanks.
Kazuma does.
Anyway. But yeah, he seems to me to be sort of the average version of the competitive player. Like, he's interested in what happens. He's paying attention to the board state and the things that are going on during the game. And he doesn't smile and have any fun unless he's winning. And it's that last part that kind of bothered me about it, because it's just like... His thought process was thrilling. That would make me feel great in that moment when I have that clicking moment where I'm like, she's running stands. She's running a ton of stands. Go, do it.
Yep.
That's my moment. This is when I grin
I want you to.
because I feel like I've actually like
to the
figured
face.
something out. And then when I'm rewarded like that, I'm like, oh man,
Damn, son.
we did it.
That's how we
part.
outplay.
We got there. That's when you smile, not when it's
Get
like,
smurfed.
oh, get lured!
Move my discard your hand.
And then he finally smiles, and she's just like, oh, that's your smile. I was hoping she was going to be like, disappointing. And then just walk away.
Piece of shit.
There's that smile.
Ugh.
It's a piece of shit. Get out of here.
Yeah,
And she
here.
just descends into the ground.
Yeah. You're not getting invited to threesome, that's for
No.
sure.
Oh man, but she liked him though. She still gave him that
Oh,
keychain.
she getting that keychain,
Yeah.
and that's the way. She's
get
been
that
giving a
Rummy.
lot of people that keychain, though. Like,
They gotta fill the room.
it's gonna. I have a feeling it's the smiling circle from Yu-Gi-Oh. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it later when all the chips are down. People are gonna pull out their Rummy Labyrinth keychain and be like, "No, I can do it. I have it.
No,
I have the faith of Luna and Am behind me. I can
Right.
do anything."
It's entirely wrong. They both died, and they all got like, damn it, for them.
Oh, and yeah, now that's them. That's their symbol that they once existed in this card fight world.
Kazuma's keychain will be slightly more creamier than you ever.
Oh,
Cosmo, where's your keychain?
Cosmo,
I don't want to pull it out.
no, it's here.
It's-
That's all
it's-
you
it's
need to
stuck
know.
in
I got it on me, though. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's okay. On to the next
Oh
thing.
God! All right, show's over.
Bad crossover. You
Turn-
know what you did.
Take that out.
Yeah, show's over. Tourney talk has begun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, tournament talk. This is the segment of the show that I rail at my local players and generally just complain about the state of tournaments in their current form.
I didn't do it.
So we're going to talk a little bit about this week's locals here, around here. We
Hold
decided...
on. I want to ask something real quick, though. Is this like replacing that scrub talk you did, Diesel?
No, not at all, because...
It's more.
When do we see one of those again? I missed those.
It's an addition
never.
to the
Probably
Scrub
never. Probably
Oh,
never.
man, I missed
Those
those.
of you who have been waiting for a new Scrub Talk, if I get 1,000 comments that say bring back Scrub Talk, or one comment with 1,000 likes, I will bring back Scrub Talk. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to deal.
One of those
That's
is definitely easier than the other.
Yeah, do the one with the likes, please. That would make my life easier.
Can we get like 500?
And also, if you're gonna like it, like the video too, please. Anyway,
Yeah.
Defeats the purpose.
let's talk about tournaments. So, this week, we were trying something new at our tournament. We were doing live streams again.
Woo!
So,
Links all around.
yeah, put them up, or put them below. Anyway,
Some ways.
yeah, put them somewhere. But we decided to go ahead and give the Facebook live stream a try. And it's been a long time since our players were on live stream, and one of the big issues that kind of turned us off the live stream before happened again, whereas our players were either not reading their cards or intentionally playing their cards wrong. But either way, the biggest comment that we saw was like, these people don't know how to play the game, or they're cheating. Now, I don't want to speculate which one's which.
It's only cheating if it's intentional.
Cheating's intentional. I've mentioned that in the past.
Breaking the law and ignorance of the law, very different thing.
Yeah. But,
Both pretty frustrating.
yeah, but they're both very frustrating, and especially when you're doing something like a live stream where you want people to connect. So, the people at our store who are going to be on camera, read your cards? I mean, I don't know exactly how to approach this, because when I was playing often, I knew what my cards did. Like, I would read them and internalize their effects.
That's kind of the problem, though. We're not exactly remembering what the cards do, as opposed to we're not remembering what they read, as opposed to what they do. Like, I had a big issue, not a big issue, but when I was recording when Flagellate first came out, I teched in some cards that made you lock from the top of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my opponent it's locked to an open circle, and someone commented on the video I posted, no, it's locked to a rear guard circle. It doesn't say open, but because that's essentially what I was always doing.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever questioned it until someone said, no, you're wrong.
Until someone mentioned it online, right?
Immediately said, oh, you're cheating, and I'm like, no, I'm just
I can't read.
I can't read.
I'm trying to remember. I know what it does. Just
But you can't read.
So those little subtle things are a big portion of the problem. But like, I don't know. What do you think? What's something that we can actually give players advice on that would help them do this better? Because it just seems to me like you read your cards, you figure out what they do. Like, right?
You would think that'd be the first step to playing a deck, but
I'm not gonna lie.
apparently not.
What actually happened was somebody, I forget the name of the card. Brendan.
It
The
doesn't
AK
matter.
grade 1 or grade 2 from
Or
Royal Paladins that say uncall.
Benon? Yeah.
Benin, that's the name.
Benin.
Yeah.
Counter plus 1, call a 6K. And a 7K was called.
Ah.
It clearly says on the card 6K.
6K. 6,000 power.
My point was that is I'm not really sure how you make that mistake in the first place, because there's like we all generally understand his effect. We know the target.
If I was in that game, I'm like, you can't do that. Like,
So-
instantly.
So
He has two targets in the entire deck,
They're both named Richard.
and the others are perfect. So why?
Yeah. So okay, so the thing about that kind of stuff, this is the thought train that ends up happening that makes these mistakes happen. So Benin summons a 6K. A 6K is most likely going to be a grade 1. Then they kind of shift that thinking to go from summon a 6K to summon a grade 1.
Right.
Which is not the same thing.
Not at all.
And as long as no one calls them on it, they don't have any reason to think that they're playing it wrong.
Right.
And when you're in a local situation, a lot of times you're hoping that the players will hold each other accountable.
yeah.
But not to the degree where they're driving the judge insane.
Right.
Like by calling over.
All you gotta do is say
silly
something,
things.
and they either go,
and they go,
Oh.
oops, I take it back, or
Or,
whatever.
no, that's not how it works. And then you actually discuss it and figure out where the confusion is.
Right, where the confusion is.
But
right.
if no one calls it, then it just keeps going.
Right. So one of the things that I think definitely needs to keep happening, and for those of you who watched the stream and commented, thank you. We were able to address like as who won first, who won second kind of thing in time to fix things. But keep holding each other accountable. And but one of the things I will say, as far as the comments go, you don't really have to say that everyone's god awful or that they suck or they're bad players because they messed up things up. No, I don't even care that it hurts though. Like I'm very much of the mindset that you have to admit to yourself how good you are at a game or how bad you are in order to get better. But there's a difference.
Moment to put in that phrase, you're bad.
Right.
Don't play decks because they're good.
But right, don't play decks because they're good. Right. But you as the player need to help by being constructive. Saying this is not the way this card works. It works like this is a much better criticism than, oh my god, what did he do with that turn? They're all awful. You know what I mean? And like, sometimes the world is full of hate and garbage, sure, whatever. But if we want everyone to be better card fighters and we want people to be able to come out to tournaments and play the game correctly, show them how to play the game. Tell them what they're doing wrong,
Well, that's the problem, though. We have players in our community, I'm not trying to offend anybody who, kind of falls into this group.
Already offended.
Put up the warning.
Okay, fuck this guy. But because I like to practice a lot on CARDFIGHT area, and I practice, do my, I read the cards, do the thing, and then I like this deck's fun, this deck's good. I'm gonna build it real life, take it into my locals, and I get told that's not what that does. That's not what that does. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, nobody's called me out on it thus far.
Right.
So I'm assuming I've read the card right,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the problem is that, people are assuming you know what you're doing, and we should, be,
Sure.
So,
well, yeah, that's understandable, or...
Right. So, I mean, I'm going to withdraw my insult on CARDFIGHT area at the moment, just to talk about it. But CARDFIGHT area and things like it in the past is traditionally a format for people to get cards wrong. And it's because the system itself has no organizational pieces that go through the process of the mechanics that you're playing or whatnot,
The blind leading the blind.
Yeah, it's the blind leading the blind. And while there are good players on CARDFIGHT area who will make you aware of effects, or players who aren't good who will painfully try to make you aware of effects that aren't real, in general, players don't want to have to read that big block of text that comes up on CARDFIGHT area. So they just say, okay, whatever you say it did, that's what it does, And that carrying over to the flesh and blood scene or even on the live stream would be terrible. Players shouldn't make comments that let people know that they're doing something wrong. And you don't have to cheat to go up to the player who is doing an effect wrong and go, you're playing that wrong. And then moving on. That is not coaching. That is making them aware that they are literally reading the card wrong. Okay? And
do we have any standby judges watching these matches, by the way? Was that a thing?
I mean, it was not last week, but it might have to be a thing in the future.
Well,
but
I've done that during our locals, where I'm like, that's not what this does.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who got it wrong, no middle ground, just either, oh, thanks, I will remember that, or don't fucking interfere with our game.
Right. Oh no, yeah, and that's the thing though, is that there's no good way to approach a game and not seem like you're interfering.
Yeah.
But the reality of the situation is if they're playing the card wrong, they've got to play it right. Otherwise, they are cheating, or they're being intentionally ignorant of the rules, and that's not a good way to play either. So, keep holding each other accountable. give good constructive criticism and be willing to understand that it's usually just a mistake. Like, most players are not looking to win through a cheap combo at a locals where the biggest prize is a few packs.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it. But I would like it if everyone were up to snuff before the big tournaments that come around.
Oh yeah.
As
Every once
Richard
in a while.
judges them,
Well, I mean, like, since I haven't been following every set, I think the last set I followed so closely was GB1. So I actually went through all the cards and read them and pretty much knew what everything did by the time they came out. But now, whenever I play, I just assume whoever's playing them can tell me what's happening as it's happening. Like, I always go, okay, what's that do? And I believe them. Now, I usually only question it when somebody else plays the card, and I go, okay, I know what that does. Or I have an idea in my head what that does. And then they do something out of line, or something I'm not expecting. I go, okay, where the hell did that come from? Right. So, I knew as soon as it happened, after, I saw it later, as soon as that, Brennan, something, whatever, called a 7K, I'm like, that's not right. He can't do that. Because I've seen it so many times where it says, hey, it can call a 6K, and then they only call 6Ks.
Yeah.
So,
and that's,
start paying attention to that.
Also same call.
Like, it's asinine to assume that you can learn every card that you don't play.
Right. Also, don't be afraid to ask your opponent if you can read the card and make sure that it plays the way it plays. Like, it doesn't take that much time out of the game to quickly glance at a card and make sure that the things that are supposed to be triggering are triggering.
Right. Like, when I first, because, again, I was out of the game for so long, when Melum and TikToks were first a thing, I had to read both of them 8 times.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what Time Leap was. I just didn't know it was a thing. I was like, okay, but Melum is not in the deck, so how can you do stuff? And then after just applying the rules to what I read, I was like, oh, okay, no, this makes sense.
Yeah.
This works.
It's
100%.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I got asked a question about Time Leap this week that I didn't know. And it's been a while since I've played with Time Leap. I'm not much of a gear player myself. So when I was asked the question, I was like, let me go check the rulings. And we went and looked at it immediately and checked it. And my intuitive version of what it did was wrong. And so I had to go and correct it.
Yep.
And it was no big deal though. Like, it didn't mess up the flow of their game at all. It took 30 seconds, and everybody was happy with the result.
This is gonna die soon.
Okay, so we will be back. All right, we're back. Anything else on tournaments?
Yes, there's one I've had trouble personally, and I've just seen people do is timing with effects. Just not to throw Ursurus out, but earlier today we're having a game. He's Tachikaze. He engorged like 2 units or so, and he's supposed to draw a card first, but one of the units he engorged makes him soul charge and on flip. Instead, he soul charged first instead of finishing the effect.
I just forgot what stride I was on. It was kind of stride.
So draw before soul charge.
And generally speaking, in most cases, it does. The order of what you do it ultimately ends up being the same. But in that case, it would have changed what he drew potentially, which.
Yeah.
And this, and I don't know what he drew, but in this case, it would seem like
the same card actually.
Yeah, it would have. In my shoes, it looked like it would have probably been a better draw for him.
This is a pretty big issue, just because timing seems weird in this game. But if you pay a cost, and your cost that you paid causes other effects to go off, you still finish the effect for the cost that you just paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
In this case, it was engorge X amount of things, draw a card.
Yep.
So
you have to
finish drawing a card. It's like Chrono Jet G. It says on stride, whatever, call something,
time.
time leap it. Yep. If that thing has an on-call skill like GG, we brought this up.
Yeah.
If you call GG, you still time leap it, and then you resolve the time leaping, and then you soul blast to draw a card, even though GG's in the bind zone, because you don't miss timing, you just have to resolve things correctly.
Yeah, you just got to finish resolving before you resolve the
It was a big thing with Minerva and Grappa
Mhm.
People were soul charging wrong. Like just
And we used to have
Keep saying those
issues
musketeers.
way
Yeah.
back before that with Garmore and like the brake ride with Garmore. Yeah, Ganslot Garmore, is that what it was?
yep.
And it was just like, which one of these effects go off first? Well, the truth is that the player chooses, but whichever effect they start, they have to finish
Right.
in order to make sure that the effect finishes. So that's the thing. There is no necessary chain that happens in this game. Like, there's not a this resolves this or blah blah blah. But whatever effect is going has to stop, and then you go on to the next effect.
Yep.
You have to finish effects. So that's good.
As like I said, I've judged some of the big events. And one of the biggest ones as a judge was alter ego skill.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had someone call me over because they flipped the lock cards over, then and this is just physically speaking, put the stride into the G zone.
Oh yeah. The
Also a really big thing.
undelete, unlock,
Yeah. So the guy decided, hey, I'm gonna draw for the cards I flipped. I could.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get called over because he's like, well, he flipped over first, and I was like, it's something like that
Yeah.
where it technically matters, but at the same time it
Well,
doesn't.
Was that before or after Bushy Road actually came out with the ruling of when things happen?
That sounds like it was before.
It was unfortunately after.
That's all.
It was
Well,
like
in that case,
just
if it's after, then the guy that was playing Alter Ego was technically correct.
Yeah,
Because-
that's what I said. He was
But
correct,
even though it was
but
physically not correct,
physically he did the things wrong.
game state, it's
Yeah.
that card's in the G zone already.
So it's one of those things where
what is the order on that? It's
I forget. It's like unlock, D-stride, and
they all happen at the same time. Unlock, undelete, destride.
yeah, and then turn effects.
Yeah.
okay.
But they go in that order. They go unlock,
Lock,
undelete,
stride,
unstride, and then you follow with your end and turn effects.
and the terms. Okay. So yeah, and knowing that order is a pretty good thing to do, especially if you're going to be a competitive player. But even at the casual level, if you have a question, ask a judge. Your judge is there to help you answer questions. Your judge is not there to help you settle petty fights. Your judge is there to help you answer questions.
Yeah.
So if you have a question that will make you a better player, ask your judge. They are there to help you. I mean,
Other than that,
Nah, he tries
pretty
to put down
good.
the card. and take it back.
Our locals are pretty good, except for just
Yeah.
the small things.
oh, please, never call me over to the thing to say he was about to put down this card and he picked it up. Is that? I'm not. Ooh, I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm gonna be mad.
You don't
And
get
you do
judge
not.
The
privileges.
technical ruling is if he took his hand off it, it's played.
Yeah, it's played.
That's the
But-
technical ruling.
Right. Now, at the same time, you are at a Friday night casual event with your friends,
Don't be a dick.
presumably. Yeah. It's okay to not like things. Don't be a dick about it. And it's just like, I want players to become better, more active players. But there's also a limit to how much you can expect out of a local tournament versus a major tournament. Get better before you go to something major. And I think that's a good segue into something major.
Oh yeah.
So, we
You may
talked
not-
about this?
May not have heard.
we talked about this a little bit last week, but just a reminder, we are running a big CARDFIGHT Vanguard tournament called the Stand-Up Series here May 20th. 10 a.m. registration, 11 a.m. startup time. And we are ready to announce what we'll be giving away. So, if
We're ready to announce what it is.
well, we're ready to announce what it is, and you'll get to see pictures of it later. But we are, for everyone who comes to the tournament, who pre-registers, as long as we have stuff to give.
While supplies last, as
While
long as you
supplies last.
register, you get one.
Okay. It's an exclusive mat. We are giving out an exclusive original art play mat for the event. It's going to have the logo on it. It's going to have beautiful picture, which we will show later
It's done.
in a promo. Yeah, it's almost done. We're waiting on the last little bits. And everyone who signs up, as long as we have supplies, is getting a mat. Now, what I was trying to say about pre-registering, if you want to guarantee that you get a mat, pre-registering is the way to go. Okay, down in the links below, there should be a link to the pre-register online through commonwealthcards.net. And if you are a local or you happen to be in St. Louis, you can register inside the store, Yeti Gaming. That's 381 Watson Plaza, 361 Watson Plaza, St. Louis, Missouri, 63126.
Which is the venue.
That's the venue. That's where it's going to be. And you guys can come in and pre-register. We'll take your name and get you going. Or you can go to the website, the link below, commonwealthcards.net, and they'll walk you through the pre-register process. If you are on the pre-register list, you are prioritized to get that special mat. And if you pre-order, then that means that we know how many mats we need to make. So,
Convenient.
obviously, we want to make sure that everybody gets this prize. We think it's awesome. We think it looks great.
Yeah, it's getting there.
And like we're really excited about it, and we hope you guys get hype about it too. We hope you guys come out and have a good time and play with us. And it's going to be again at least half a case in the prize pool. There's going to be more participation stuff if we get more people. We're gonna be holding side events of some sort. We definitely would like to do some winner boxes if we can. Maybe room for free play, maybe not, depending on attendance. But seats are limited, so if you want to come, please, please, please try to get in early. Try to pre-register early. We already had a few players pre-register 2 days or 3 days after us announcing that the tournament was just happening. So it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. Got a lot of people who are planning to come, and it's just going to be a good time. So
That'd be great.
Come out, see us, Vanguard. We love it.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Yeah. Cool.
And I think that's a good place to finish up for the night.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching the G Zone. We will catch you guys next week.
Bam.
Bye.
Later.
Announcing the IYG Stand-Up Series. Experience a new level of competition. Face fighters from across the country. Meet your favorite personalities. Ash, Diesel, Cohellet, let's play card games together. Stand up, Vanguard. Imagine your goddess. And check this